Well, shooters and reloaders and Three Circles passengers and members and all the sportsmen and sportswomen out there, it's Fortune Cookie 45 LC coming to you from the Hot Lead Zone Express. We're at the range. As you can tell from the gunfire out here, what we're going to do is answer the question, okay, you got one of the popular 22 lever action rifles, and now you're asking, well, look at all the people testing the high-priced 22 ammo that's supposed to be really precision, like shoots into one little hole at 50 yards for 10 shot groups. And you're asking, is it? Well, sorry about that, had to do a battery change. So most lever action 22 rifle owners will buy the cheaper ammo or the middle of the road ammo like 10, 11, 12 cents a round, like CCI mini mags, this kind of thing, and think that that's the best ammo that their lever action rifle is going to shoot, find the one that shoots decently, and they never try the more expensive 20 cents a round to 40 cents a round ammo like those made by Ely and Lapua. Well, is it worth it to even think about trying that kind of ammo in our lever guns? Are they accurate enough to be able to take advantage of that kind of ammo? Well, that's what we're going to do in this video, find that out. Because we go out to the field with our 22 lever actions, and a lot of times, like when we were shooting ground squirrels up in Weed and Williams, California, the shots were anywhere from 25 yards out to, say, 65 yards out with our 22 long rifles. So we need some accuracy there, right? Well, it turned out that my friends told me just buy the cheapest 22 ammo there was. And the reason why is when you hunt ground squirrels, they're varmints. All you gotta do is hit them solidly anywhere. You're not trying to save meat or anything like that. So we didn't go for headshots. We aimed for the shoulder and the chest and that kind of shot placement on those ground squirrels. And so if our ammo wasn't quite as accurate, it was still okay. So the cheapest 22 ammo would do. But suppose you're going after squirrels or rabbits for a tasty stew. Well, then you want to actually place the shot perfectly in the neck or head to save as much as possible. Because, you know, a 22 bullet is like hitting a squirrel. It's like the same kind of proportion as hunting deer with a 20 millimeter cannon. So the 22 is a lot of bullet for squirrels. So we still want to shoot the squirrel. We really do want to shoot the squirrel in the head or neck area if we want to save meat for the stew pot. That means the precision ammo might come into play with our lever guns of all things. Let's find out if our lever guns can use that kind of quality accuracy. Well, before we try our lever gun, we need a baseline for accuracy. And I'm going to go ahead and use my JW15, which is... Well, now let's give you a look at this 22 bolt action rifle. This happens to be a JW15. If you see one of these JW15s get a chance to shoot it, you'll know what I mean. It's like shooting a CZ. Very fine rifle. Well, what you're looking at is the Winchester Model 9422. It's one of the nicest 22 lever guns that you'll find. There are a lot of lever guns very popular to take out into the field because they're very safe. You have exposed hammer, and when the hammer's forward, you don't have to worry about accidental discharges. Semi-autos are a little bit more dicey in the field. You gotta have a little bit better control of them. So anyway, let's go ahead and look at the 22 lever action and see what relationship it has with precision ammo. because most of the time we don't worry about putting precision ammo in a 22 lever action. Whereas our bolt guns, we oftentimes will look at the fine precision ammo that's available out there. Is it worth spending the money to shoot that ammo in a lever gun? Next to the Marlin Model 39A, this is the Primo lever action 22. Although Henry makes some very nice lever action 22s now, and if you want to get a lever action 22, the Henry's not a bad way to go. And there's more than one model of the Henry, so you got their choice. And they're all good. So the lever action accuracy is actually a little bit of a problem, because any lever action that has an under tubular magazine that's connected to the barrel by these bands is going to have an arrangement that's not conducive to real excellent accuracy. But we're talking about how much accuracy can we get out of these? Is it adequate for our use in making precision shots on game? Well, let's find out. Okay, so here we're sighting in, and this is the group that we shot with the Ely, with our Model 9422. 4-power scope, the reticle covers the whole spotter here. So that's not bad. If you look at that being the size of a squirrel's head, we might have missed him with one. But then when we went ahead and shot a 5-shot group, which is this one right here, with the Lapua Center X. And again, the reticle covers the whole spotter, but if that's a head of a squirrel, we're actually pretty good there at 50 yards to take the squirrel or the rabbit. So, to not bore you to death with all the shooting, we shot a lot of groups today, all afternoon, to do the testing. Anything that shot groups bigger than this spotter are not interesting. And when they're really bad, they're shooting like 2.5 to 3 inch groups at 50 yards with that 4-power scope. Definitely not interesting. Let's go over those first. Now, bear in mind that some of these 22 loads, that factory loads, you might find that they're your favorites, and here I am kind of besmirching them. Well, these did not shoot any better than 2.5 to 3 inches. And that's the Federal Bulk Pack and the Remington Golden Bullet, the Winchester Wildcat, and also the Remington Subsonic. These did not shoot well, and all of them have loose bullets. When you have loose bullets, you don't have a good chance to have the accuracy that you might demand for those 50-yard shots. Some of these are so bad, the bullets almost spin. 7 to 9 cents a round, maybe 10 cents a round. This is plinking ammo. And remember what my friends told me back in the days that we were shooting the ground squirrels, that buy the cheapest 22 that you can find, because it'll do the job on varmints. And if you don't mind misses every once in a while and follow-up shots, it's all okay. This ammo can serve us well, and if nothing else, we can plink with it. So what this is Winchester Super X, PMC Sidewinder, CCI Blazer, Aguila Super Extra, and CCI Mini Mags. These are very good for us to take hunting. We'll do anything up to 35-40 yards. At 50, we're going to see some flyers that they seem to have some shots that leak out of the group, but very useful hunting ammo for us. Now, all 5 of those brands give us groups like this in the 2-inch range. They'll put 4 or 5 nicely, but then you'll get a couple of them that'll leak out of the group. And once again, those bullets have a little bit of looseness in them. The consistency is not quite what we would want for the longer range shots of 50 to 65 yards with our lever guns. Now, of course, you might find that we mentioned your favorite ammo there, and it's because it shoots very well for you in your particular gun. And of course, we all need to individually test different 22s in our 22 rifles and pistols to find the ones that work the best for us. But again, we're answering the question, can our lever guns give us the accuracy that we might demand at 50 yards? Now, interestingly, just because the ammo is expensive, this happens to be Ely Subsonic, and it goes for 20 cents a round. But these bullets also have a little bit of looseness, and they don't shoot any better than the 5 brands that we just went over. Now, these two are nearly identical. It is the Ely Target and the Lapua Center X. And they don't have any loose bullets. And in my 94-22 lever gun shoots great groups. In fact, I got so tired of shooting the bad groups, I was kind of thinking, is it possible that I'm just kind of getting tired or something? It's me that's shooting the groups like that. So I went back and shot groups with the Ely and the Center X Lapua, and you'll see that if you adjust the scope, all 5 of those are inside that spotter. And you get this consistently with the Target, Ely, and the Lapua Center X. So the 20 cents a round Ely Target, the 40 cents a round Lapua Center X also have a very uniform coating of lube that speaks of quality. Plus, the alignment of these bullets is very nice and consistent. Unlike some of the cheaper brands, especially like the bulk packs that actually have some bullets you can actually see are cockeyed. So at the end of the session, what I did was I went ahead and shot Lapua Center X because I ran out of the Ely Target except for the one that I saved. So I shot 5 rounds of the Lapua, and notice this is shot with the JW15 rifle. And then I went ahead and adjusted the scope and shot 12 rounds into that. Well, what this tells me is that I wasn't as tired as I thought I was, and the ammo that is more expensive is capable of even better accuracy, and even better than this in a better rifle. So if you're hunting for squirrels and rabbits for the stew pot. The Target by Ely would be a very good value for us because it'll allow the lever action rifles to deliver the hunting accuracy we demand at 50 yards and maybe a little bit more. Fortune Cookie 45 LC. See you next video. Bye for now.